Hey, I'm still competitive when I get home too. I can't turn that off. I don't think there's anything wrong with the drive. I think that and that's why it's so important. That's why I told you guys a little bit earlier about, like, you got to know your situation and you have to know your process, because what the world may look at and say it's a bad thing, for me personally, that was God's process for me. Like, I only want the amount of fame that you want me to have, because maybe that's all I can deal with. I only want the kind of attention that you want me to have. I only want to fight as long as you want me to fight, because He knows what I need. So even my whole career, slow and steady and consistent. It wasn't like this. We didn't shoot up overnight. We don't always get the fanfare, but that's my story, and that's what I need. So going through my process keeps me humble. I just won the biggest fight of my life, not necessarily getting the respect. Keeps you humble, keeps me grinding, keeps me centered, and it keeps everything in perspective, where I give my all to the sport. I love the sport, but I'm not so wrapped up in it that when it's time to walk away, I can't walk away. You see what I'm saying? So when I look at the whole process, it's like, man, when I was going on, I hated the way that was happening. I hated the way I felt, but that was my process, and now I understand that that's the way it was supposed to be. This last situation, one of the biggest fight of my life, and I kind of called it. I kind of knew that was going to happen. I've looked at the history of the sport, and certain guys that get that kind of treatment. You look at Bernard, you look at Roy, you look at Floyd. Same types of things. But this is going to work for my good, just like all the other ones have, if I respond the right way to it. So, going through that process, man, allows me to, be excited about going home and kissing my wife and spending time with my kids, man. But again, it's a process. I wasn't 6, 7, 8 years ago. I maybe wasn't where I am today. You see what I'm saying? So.
I've noticed you and Floyd have mastered the art of jabbing to the stomach.
I'm not gonna lie, I stole that from him. I stole it from him.
How do you know when to throw the right jab without getting handed? Because both of you have had much success in doing it without getting. Because I try it after watching your video, and I get like a quick right hand. Yeah. So how do you know when to do it at the right time before?
It's repetition, and then it's just a feel. Like, I just know. Sometimes I get caught, but it's a reminder. You talking about the jab to the stomach or the right? Yeah. It's just a feel. Like, I know that nobody likes getting hit in the body. Nobody. I hate it. I don't like getting jabbed to the stomach. Sometimes guys will jab me to the stomach. I'm like, man, that's my move. You can't use that on me. But I hate it. You're getting stabbed in the stomach. But a lot of guys don't work on it and don't know how to do it. But I guarantee you, if you work on this bag day in and day out, pop, pop, and you work on certain things, work on it on the mitts, work on it in sparring, and you're probably gonna get caught early. Then all of a sudden, you give it a little time. Give me an example, like even my inside game. Like, I came from the Olympics. It's about, picking and poking, outpointing the other guy. But I had a coach he was a visionary. So right around year 2, year 3, he said, listen, Dre. He said, I don't watch what you do well. I know what you do well. He said, I'm looking at where you can be beat. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm, in my early 20s. I'm young. He said, the only thing that can beat you right now is a buzzsaw. Somebody that he don't care that he's getting hit. He wants to get inside. He's in tip-top shape, and he can go all night. He said, I know you can fight him back and you're tough, but we got to work on the inside game. So every day, he put his vest on, his shield on. He get the big mitts, and he work on it. And I hate it. I see him getting that stuff on. I'm like, man, I don't want to work on that stuff today, because it wasn't comfortable. I'm used to being at distance, boom, being slick, and then he work on getting inside with the jab here, folding, and then what to do, what kind of punches to throw. And then year 4, year 5, year 6, the Allen Green fight is when it first showed up. Everybody's like, oh, the inside game. But that was 3, 4 years in the making. It's the same thing with the jab. You work on this stuff. It's like putting money in the bank. Money in the bank. People don't see the money you put in the bank, but then you hit return, or you go check that balance, and they like, oh, you got a lot of money, man. I've been saving up. So it's just the reps. It's the boring stuff. It's the day-to-day stuff. All the slick stuff is cool, But the fundamentals is what gets you by. The fundamentals will win you a fight. The fundamentals will get you out of trouble. If you find yourself in trouble, you hurt. Fundamentals, a jab, getting your hands back in place. Another example, like I don't know how many of you guys watch basketball. Anybody? Anybody? Any Warriors fans up in here? No? What? Okay. Well, I'll give you the basketball. This may not be a good example, but like in basketball, they do layups. You know, you got your basic right hand layup, you got your left hand layup. Nobody taught LeBron James or you know Russell Westbrook to do a one-handed dunk, but they mastered the fundamentals, and then they took that just happened. So you'll learn how to do the check hook. You'll learn how to throw 3 hooks at a time off of the fundamentals. You work on the fundamentals, then that's gonna come. You'll know when to put a little flavor on it. But if you're working on the flavor all the time and not the fundamentals, you're gonna need it. So it's the same thing with the jab. Just work on it every single day.